You are born in the chill of spring, deep within the den, your mother carved beneath the roots of an old pine tree. You don't know your thick paws will one day leave tracks through snowbanks, or that your howl will echo across valleys like a haunting call of dominion. Your eyes open after 10 days, revealing a dim, fuzzy world where shapes move and warmth comes in the form of fur and breath. Your hearing arrives soon after, and now the world is filled with tiny growls, your siblings' squeals, and the low huffs of your mother. Right now, all you know is the soft push of your mother's muzzle as she guides you toward her teats. You mimic it a day later, puffing your chest at a beetle. It does not flee. This is disappointing. You bite a tail, you get bitten back, you yelp. Lesson learned. She regurgitates half-digested meat into your eager mouth, tumble into your siblings, and squeak indignantly. Where the light means safety, where it means exposure, how snow feels against your fur, how the wind carries secrets, and how hunger is never just hunger, it's the throb of the world pressing in, daring you to grow sharper, faster, smarter. Still, you persist. But you are already learning to be a hunter. Instinct whispers that you are meant to walk, then run, then chase. Already your little nose begins sorting smells with the same seriousness that an adult solves puzzles. The scent of pine, the stink of fur, the musk of your mother's breath, and you accept it without question. It's disgusting. It's delicious. It's survival. The world you enter is dark, warm, and pulsing with the heartbeats of your siblings. Your next will be a battle. The world outside this den is brutal. Cold can steal your warmth, starvation can creep in silently, and a bear wouldn't hesitate to dig through the earth to swallow you whole. But you were born with teeth inside your soul, you just haven't found them yet. You are one of 6, wriggling in a furry tangle, blind, deaf, and no bigger than a loaf of bread. You are nothing yet but hunger and instinct. You don't yet know that you are a gray wolf canis, lupus, apex predator of the northern hemisphere. Your first breath was a miracle. They are everywhere. A careless roll from a heavier sibling can suffocate you. A disease could sweep through the den and wipe you out in days. If your mother disappears, so do you. But wolves are not lone survivors, not yet. You're part of a tightly wound pack structure. Your father and older siblings bring food, stand guard, and growl away intruders with bared teeth. Days pass, and slowly you begin to piece together what it means to be alive. She is the center of everything. By week 3, your legs wobble beneath you like twigs in a breeze. You trip over your own oversized paws' threats. You learn by watching. Your mother snarls at a shadow. By the time you are 6 weeks old, your teeth arrive small, sharp, and very curious about everything. Your siblings become chew toys. Everything is a lesson now. You are a cub with a name only the wind might remember. Your first hunt doesn't begin with a chase. It begins with a mistake. You are 3 months old, legs longer now, ears too big for your head, and your tail a ridiculous feather duster. The den is no longer your whole world. You now wander with the pack. Smells come layered like a cake. Rabbit over moss, over fox, over rot. Every gust of wind tells a new story. Kept close by warning growls and the invisible leash of your mother's watchful gaze, you trip over a root and tumble face first into a pile of leaves. You sneeze out a twig and snort indignantly. The adult wolves barely glance your way. Your older brother flicks his ears in amusement, but your mother doesn't laugh. She walks to the place where you fell, sniffs the air, then turns toward the wind. And you learn it's not about chasing blindly. It's about reading the signs. The forest is alive in ways you couldn't imagine. Then it happens. One day you're tripping over your own legs. The soft fuzz of your puppyhood molts away in itchy patches. In its place comes a sleek, coarse pelt with a mix of grays, browns, and cream, perfect for blending into the undergrowth. Your thick winter undercoat starts to grow in, dense and insulating. It traps air close to your skin, making you a walking furnace when snow begins to fall. And the next, you're outrunning your siblings in mock chases that spiral into real power struggles. Your muscles thicken, your bones stretch, and your milk teeth fall out one by one, replaced by adult fangs that can crush bone. A hair bolts from the brush, and something inside you snaps. You lurch forward, all teeth and flailing legs. You snarl more. You test boundaries. You learn that dominance is a game of posture, tone, and persistence. A lifted tail, a stiff stance, a hard stare. But you also learn when to drop your ears and submit. You are not top wolf yet, not by a long shot. You dream of chasing deer that never quite die and meat that tastes like lightning. Your eyes adapt to twilight, tuned for movement. Your nose becomes a marvel of biology, packed with over 200 million scent receptors, far more than any human could dream of, and your hearing. You can detect the rustle of a vole under a foot of snow, or the distant howls of a rival pack 3 valleys away. No strategy. You are no longer invisible. There are rival packs. Every day you grow larger, stronger, louder. But so does the world's expectation of you. And if you can't keep up, you'll be left behind. A patrol once passed near your range. Their scent thick, foreign, unwelcome made, your hackles rise. You and your siblings clustered behind the adults, suddenly aware that not all wolves are kin. A cougar once stalked you through the trees, its breath steaming in the cold, its eyes fixed on your haunch. You didn't see it, but your sister did. Her warning yelp sent you scattering. Oh. No silence. You swallow. Your stomach clenches, then relaxes as it begins to work. If you run hard enough, bite deep enough, and endure long enough, you might just survive. Your digestive tract, still juvenile, kicks into overdrive. Your body diverts blood to your gut, secretes enzymes to break down muscle and fat. Your liver stores energy. Your cells drink up glucose like it's honey. Just glorious, awkward enthusiasm. The hair escapes, of course. Weeks later, you get your chance again. Deer Week. Limpings brought down by the pack after a long chase. You arrive panting, your breath hot clouds in the dusk air. The scent of blood is electric. It fills your head, makes your heart race. You inch closer. One of your aunts growls, but she lets you in. You bite. The meat resists. It's still warm, still twitching. You gag, but then you chew. Later, as you lie under a pine tree with a bloated belly, you are a carnivore now. Not just in teeth, but in spirit. The forest is still terrifying, but now you know a secret. You grow fast. Your coat changes too. With size comes status or the desire for it. Your senses sharpen, but strength draws attention. It's not just predators. Adolescence for a wolf is no gentle transformation. It's a constant tension between safety and risk, between exploring your power and understanding your limits. Then comes the hard winter. Snow piles up like the sky is trying to bury the earth. Prey disappears. Your body shifts into conservation mode. Metabolism slows. You sleep more to preserve warmth, curl tight with your siblings, and dream of marrow and fat. Tracks vanish beneath snowfall within minutes. She lies still under a cedar tree, her breath shallow. The pack is silent. You nose her fur, desperate for reassurance. Then one night luck returns in the form of a young moose trapped in a snowdrift. The pack attacks with everything it has left. Your jaws clamp down on flesh. You feel warmth. You taste blood. Territory is everything. You meet another male on the edge of a valley, bigger than you, older, with a ragged ear and the arrogance of someone who has won before. And when they do, the forest becomes a theater of posturing and song. You howl deep and long to announce your strength. Your call is answered by friends, by rivals, by curious females. You are a creature of territory, of power, and of blood. The future is not yet promised, but tonight you run with purpose. He doesn't back down, neither do you. You circle each other, ears forward, lips curled. The first lunge is quick. The fight is short, brutal, full of snarls and tearing fur. You lose. Not badly, but enough to understand that ambition must wait. Space means food. Food means survival. You begin ranging farther with your pack. You follow her, dance beside her, bow and circle in an age-old ritual. She tests you, nips you, then finally, she stays close. Leaving scent marks her in feces, scrapes to draw invisible lines across the land. These lines are sacred. They are warnings. Violations are answered with violence. But for a brief moment, there is a quiet between you, no hunger, no fear. Just two wolves sharing breath in the cold wind. You learned how close the line between life and death can run. And you learned that survival is not strength alone. It is timing, resilience, and sometimes blind luck. Then she lifts her head, just barely, and licks your muzzle. You learn to walk with your head low, scanning for the faintest imprint of hooves. Often, you find nothing. Days pass with empty bellies. Your ribs begin to show beneath your fur. Your energy fades. Even your nose, so finely tuned, feels sluggish. One morning, your mother doesn't rise. You stumble through a week of nothing but bark, snow, and memory. You eat until you cannot move. Your gut rebels, but relents. Nutrients flood your system, rehydrating organs, restocking fat reserves, reviving red blood cell production. The world begins to glow again. You lived, barely. In that week, you aged more than a season. By your second year, you are no longer a subordinate. Your chest is broader, your voice deeper. You walk with the confidence of one who has outlived famine and clawed meat from death. Your coat is at its prime, a mottled blend of silver and charcoal that ripples when you move. Your eyes are sharp amber, always scanning, always reading the world. You are an adult gray wolf up to 45 kilograms of sinew, fang, and instinct. But adulthood brings new problems. And then come the rivals. Still, the instinct to claim and to court grows stronger. Mating season fills the air with tension. As females come into estrus for just a few days, you find one. Her scent draws you like gravity. Courtship is not romantic in the human sense. It is practical, instinctive, and fleeting. You are no longer a cub chasing shadows. The bond does not form with words or promises. It forms through scent, movement, and mutual endurance. You and your mate leave the pack that raised you. Together, you wander the forest's edge, her appetite expanding like her belly. Stand guard often, howling at dusk to let others know this place is taken. Inside the den, she grooms her swollen belly and shifts in the soil to stay cool. You catch more food now, more often, needs it. And so do the lives growing inside her, seeking a quiet valley untouched by rival claims and rich with prey. You dig a den under a fallen tree, the roots forming a curtain of protection. Your mate grows heavier each week. When she emerges to eat, you sneak a glance inside. 6 tiny bodies, squirming, blind, and helpless. You lie down, tuck your nose under your tail, and rest. The stars come out, one by one, as if summoned by memory. The den smells of milk, damp fur, and something that tugs at your memory. You remember being them. You end beneath the open sky, worn and wise. It's not from pain, but from peace. The wind shifts and carries your scent to a place where others will mark, feed, howl, and fight. The forest forgets names, but never the rhythm. Your heart, which once raced after elk and beat furiously at the sight of danger, now settles like a stone into stillness. Then, one morning, as the mist clings low to the ground, not just one among many, but a link in a wild ancient chain. The den echoes with tiny sounds, whimpers, snuffles, breathing. Your offspring have arrived. The story will begin again, just as it always has, just as it always will. Tumbling after your tail like it holds the answers to life. You don't enter right away. It's her world for now. But you pace outside, ears twitching with every cry. Your role shifts. You hunt constantly, sometimes traveling for miles. You return with meat, drop it at the den's mouth, and lick your mate's face as she gulps it down. Your muzzle graze. Territories shift. Rival packs rise and fall. The world grows louder with the buzz of distant machines and the scent of strange metals. But your instincts remain unchanged. You are still the one who walks quietly under the moon, ears forward, paws silent. Your joints ache when the frost returns. You no longer lead the hunt. Your children, now full grown, do that. You watch with pride and a hint of confusion at how fast they move, how fierce they've become, and, when the pups grow stronger, they stumble outside, staring at you as if the world just doubled in size. You teach without teaching, a warning growl when they stray too far, a shared howl when the sky turns orange. They mimic your every move, and just like that, the cycle has started again. Years pass. The forest feels both familiar and foreign. One evening, you find a quiet ridge where the wind carries the howl of your lineage. Your breath slows. Somewhere below, one of your daughters leads her first hunt. A grandson noses, open his eyes. You began in darkness, blind and trembling. You are a gray wolf. And when the next cub is born, twitching beside its mother's warmth.